bite me. Uh, I will tell you that Hermione is in a pretty nasty little biting phase, as most kittens go through. So I have a few scars to show for it, and she's very, very, very feisty, but she is doing great. And yeah, so I think, Sonia, if it's okay with you, I'd love to see if anyone has any questions for me about how Bear and Hermione are doing.
Actually, if you could, there might be people who didn't meet Hermione last month. Maybe you could just give us a brief intro to Hermione and how she came to us.
Okay, so Hermione. So for those of you who don't know the story, the night that it's very strange. The day we lost Herman, Michelle of Milo's had gotten a message that night before that somebody in Orange County had rescued a small orange kitten who they thought had cerebellar hypoplasia, which is the neurological disorder that Bear and Herman had. And they thought she was also blind, and they desperately needed a placement for her. And they contacted Milo's because the woman had said that, she reminded her of Herman. So, so the day that Herman had died, Michelle contacted me, and it was she let me know she was not asking me to take her because she was letting me grieve, but it was pretty obvious pretty quick that Herman had somehow made this happen, because the odds of it were just kind of crazy. So we took in Hermione, and Hermione, for those of you who knew Herman's story, he was dropped off at a rescue after he was only 2 or 3 years old. And the humans told that rescue, we're tired of taking care of him. And they just didn't want him anymore. And with Hermione, her story is parallel because someone walked into an emergency vet clinic in Orange County, put a box on the counter with her in it, and said, "Here, she's your problem now," and walked out. Yeah, so knowing all those things, we absolutely could not say no to her. And so here she is. Now, she, ow, okay, you're crazy. You're crazy. Here, get your feathers. She has been evaluated by the neurologist who also oversees Bear and his neurological care. This neurologist does not believe she has cerebellar hypoplasia. Now, she doesn't know what she has, but what that vet said is that she's definitely neurological. She believes she's got some missing brain tissue. I'm gonna have missing fingers here in a second. But she did confirm also that she is completely blind. And so Hermione can't walk, but as you can see, she sure can move. So we're trying to work with her on strengthening her muscles, especially so she can at least get upright a little bit. We're working on that with her feeding. So she doesn't face plant in her food. We assist her with her feeding, but I'm a big believer in, I want them to be able to do as much of it as they can. So I am working with her on finding positions that she can sustain on her own so that she isn't fully dependent on me holding her while she's eating. But so that is Hermione's story. But other than that, I mean, it's a lot to not be able to walk and be blind, but she is otherwise very healthy. She's obviously a very playful, active little kitten. So she's doing great. And she and Bear have met a little bit. They do well so far. We're taking that very slow. Because she's very much like this, and our other cats don't really want to have a lot to do with her right now because she's constantly waving her arms in the air like that, and I think it throws them off. So, but she's doing good, and we are very happy to have her. So, so that's her story. Any questions come up, Sonia?
Oh, absolutely. One's a health question. When she's old enough, which we know is still a few months away, is she eligible to be spayed?
We hope so. That's a conversation that Michelle and I will have. I mean, we always want to have them spayed and neutered. She's too young yet, and we will evaluate that later down the road, just because she has the blindness and the neurological issues. We don't know what else she might have going on internally. There's no indication right now that she has like any heart or respiratory issues, but we'll figure that out. So to be determined.
Next question. Who was making all that noise, meowing in the background during that segment?
That is Zen. Zen is one of our eldest cats. She's just about to turn 16. And she, for some reason, she's just decided to walk around. I think she's looking for food, even though she knows it's not anywhere near feeding time. But yeah, so she's gotten a little chatty in her old age.
And then over to Bear. We just touched a little bit on Bear's, current lack of interest with Hermione, but how's Bear getting along otherwise?
He's doing great. He's I don't want this to sound bad. He doesn't seem to have been very much impacted by Herman's loss. I mean, you could tell for a little while he was like kind of looking around and wondering where he was, but he hasn't gone into any signs of like a depression, or he didn't stop eating, anything like that. So he has adjusted to that change, thankfully, very well. So we're actually happy about that, because it would be heartbreaking if he had just kind of started to shut down. So.
No, that is good news. And then you mentioned also that, the other cats are a little afraid of Hermione right now because she's a little different and a little special. Well, we know older cats can be kitten averse in general. Do you find that when you're hosting a special needs cat versus a non-special needs kitten, that your cats are equally wary of new friends, or is it more when you see special needs cats like Bear and Hermione come through?
It's not so much the special needs. It's more, I think, I mean, that's a good question. When we've taken in kittens before, the elder cats have been like, oh no, not again, and avoid them like the plague, except for our we have one cat, Baxter, who seems to like kittens. But I don't know. I mean, that's a good question, because when we got Herman and then Bear, the other cats did avoid them, and I think it was because of the unpredictable head movements. So I guess in that respect, yeah, it is due to their special need, because like with Hermione, because she's blind, she's constantly, like I said before, doing this thing with her paws, because I think she's just, she's being playful and she can't see anything. So she's just waving her paws to see what she can grab. And that is, I think that's just a little unnerving. So I hope that answers that.
No, absolutely. When we evaluate, special needs cats for long-term care, like Hermione, I know lots of people have questions about quality of life, and
Yes.
and when we have a cat that has severe disabilities or issues,
Mhm.
how do we as Milos make quality of life choices to say that no, we're going to care for Hermione as she is, regardless. What's that experience like as far as stepping through the healthcare decisions?
Oh, wow, that's an excellent question. And I certainly would want, I think I'd like to ask this question again when Michelle comes on, because I'd love to hear her perspective. From just my experience, and my experience with special needs cats has been Herman, Bear, Hermione, and we also have a cat, a blind cat. And to me, it really comes down to, are they still showing all the signs of just being a cat, right? Even if they can't walk, are they still, engaged in doing cat things? Are they playing? Are they, do they want to, do they enjoy the things that cats enjoy? Do they enjoy, being petted? Do they enjoy just living the cat life? And for me, that's kind of what I look at. So, and I'll be honest with you, when I first met Herman, I was like, oh my God. Yeah, I'd never seen a CH cat before Herman. And honestly, I broke down in tears when I saw him because I thought this is not right. But then of course I got 2 weeks to really get to know him. And I was like, this cat is awesome. And with Hermione, when I heard she couldn't walk and was blind, I was like, oh my God. But I immediately remembered that, Herman had a lot of challenges and he did just fine. So with little Miss Hermione, she certainly, as you can tell, she's she seems quite to be a happy, feisty little girl. So as long as she can have that experience, that's what we're going to do. You know, so, I mean, it's the same decision I make with any cat because we've had cats. So we've had we've had to let go of some elder cats, and it's been the same experience of, okay, if they get really sick or they develop a medical condition, where's that line, right? Because like with Herman, we could have subjected Herman to a battery of tests to find out what specifically was going on with him. And ultimately, we just knew that wasn't the right thing for him. He was clearly not doing well, and the odds of his survival were low anyway. And so we did what was best for him. So, and here's Michelle. Yay!
We have a couple more questions, Patsy.
Okay.
And I don't remember the answer to this one either. How old is Bear now?
Bear just turned 7 in September.
Oh, so he's still a very young boy. And then finally, we cover Bear's potty habits here. Usually, almost every time we would see Herman, and of course Bear. How does Hermione use the litter box? Is it similar to Bear?
Well, we haven't actually. We are just now getting ready to introduce her to the litter box. Because she is so very active and her movements are so unpredictable, we've kind of kept her contained. We have a big pop-up, like a kitten playpen for her that she spends her time in. And we just have pee pads down for her. Because I've been trying to kind of get to know, like, what are her potty habits like and whatnot. And I've learned that she is now at a point, I think she's matured enough that it's time to start putting her in the litter box. And it would be the same litter box as Bear. It would be the newspaper with the paper pellets, no litter, because we don't want anything getting in her eyes. Because just like Bear, even from the moment we got her, she went potty laying on her side. So she has figured out how to go potty without being able to stand up. And so we're ready to introduce that to her. And just a side note, because it's adorable, I have never seen a cat get so angry when she needs to poop. When Hermione, I can always tell when she's getting ready to poop because she gets very angry and she scrunches up her face and she scrunches up her whole body and she's trying to get just the right position to poop in. And then she gets away from that poop as quickly as she can. So very much a cat, and she does not want to be dirty. She's very clean. So yeah. So we will update y'all on her litter box progress. I'm just now getting a sense of how often she goes a day, so yeah.
Well, as always, thanks for sharing Bear, Hermione, and whoever else wanders by from your menagerie with us. Michelle and team are ready to go live from the sanctuary, so we're going to move back over to California. And Michelle, are you ready to?
Yes, I'm ready. Sorry, thought I sat on Johnny's head for a second. Hi, everyone. We're sorry we're late. It happens, but we're here. And it's good to see you guys and to see all the kids. And Fennel is running around here somewhere.
We'll find her.
We'll find her. She's probably out looking at the window, watching butterflies. So deep breath.
Aiden's there, Michelle. Is that
Yep.
Aiden next to you?
It is.
This is the basketball. Yes.
All right. Well, why don't you kick us off telling us who's in the house today? I know everybody's really excited to see all their sanctuary favorites.
That's a great way to start off. All right, Connie is behind the camera. Here's everybody's boy.
Jackie.
Jack.
Oh.
Yeah, there's Jack. And Jack loves Connie to pieces. So
There he goes. Here's Zelda.
And there's
Zelda.
No, that's Yeah, that's
That's,
Zelda.
no,
No,
that's
that's
Galaxy. I'm
Galaxy.
sorry. They
They
look a
look
lot.
exactly like.
We'll get to
And
it.
then over here we have Hank, one of our senior boys.
Hank. Okay, I'll just want to
Yeah,
come
see,
to me.
they all love. And then
Jack.
over there bathing himself is one of our severe CH boys. And that is Beaks. No, that's Bixby. Sorry.
Hi, Jack. Hi, Jack.
Hi,
Here's
Jack.
Valentino. He's just watching the mouse go around. Not doing much about it. Oh, Jack. Okay.
Yeah, Jack, you know you're here. He's not going to leave you alone, honey. And feel free to ask us questions. We're kind of free forming it today. So feel free to ask
Here's
questions.
Johnny. Johnny.
John,
Johnny.
she's my girl. She's my girl. Oh,
Oh, there's Jack.
oh, you're feisty.
Well, Michelle and Connie, we have some newer guests with us today that haven't joined us before. So it would be great to hear just where we are at the sanctuary. We're in the main house. Tell us a bit about where we are spatially and what the layout of the sanctuary.
Sure. So we're in what we call the Clouder Clubhouse. This is the main house on the property, and we basically redid a lot of it and let the cats have it because it's their house. I'm a firm believer in letting the cats live in a home type environment. I think it's very important for them to not be in cages. So we created a home for them. And then, there's the main house, and then here's the kitchen, which is a mess right now because they were feeding and bathing the cats. And come on, let's go down this.
Okay. See if we catch a fennel
There's a
while we're.
bunch of them.
Oh,
There's
Callum. There's Callum. Hi, Callum.
Isn't he handsome?
Callum.
And there's
Drake.
Drake. And Sally is sound asleep.
Turbo. He's looking for a home. Miss Sally.
Miss Sally.
Hi, Sally. Hi, pretty girl. Hi, pretty
She's like, what?
Not quite. I'm sleeping. Leave me alone.
And this is just.
Oh, there's Zelda.
yeah,
Zelda's
there's Zelda.
sponsor was supposed to be joining. So
Ah,
let's show
there's
Zelda.
Zelda.
Hi, Zelda. Hi, Kismet. Hi, Zelda. Yep. Sparkle.
Sparkle. And
Going, maybe Frankie's here.
here we go. So this is the.
Oh, there's Fennel.
So this is the guest bedroom when people come to stay, but right now it's the cat's bedroom, and there is Fennel. I should have known that she would be in the pink room,
Miss Fennel.
living life in the pink room.
Hi, Miss Fennel. What you doing?
She is literally, we put her in a carrier, we drove her up here, and within 2 minutes, this is what she's doing. Nothing phases this cat. She's the most wonderful, wonderful cat. I cannot tell you what a great girl she is. She's just wonderful.
Michelle, someone asked that if we have guests stay at the sanctuary overnight, do cats sleep with them? And I'm thinking I'm thinking it'd be hard to avoid. But do the cats are they interested in the rare guests that we have at the sanctuary?
Oh, absolutely. You have your choice and put them all out of the room.
Hi, Haley.
But who would come here and not want to sleep with them? You know? So yes, they love to sleep. They love visitors. They love people. And
Griddle.
that's Gridley. He's one of my personal favorites. Don't tell the rest of the clan that.
There's the other CH boy.
Yep, that's Binks.
Oh.
There he goes.
And there's Johnny. She's got a little shuffle in her walk. In case
A
you
little?
didn't know. Well, a big shuffle in her walk. Hi, Miss Johnny.
And
For those that don't know Johnny, Michelle, can we explain her little wobble?
absolutely. So Johnny came to us from Turkey.
Ooh.
And she wobbles and like that because she was thrown out of a third-story window. And at first, when we saw the videos of her, we thought she was CH, and then we heard her story, and we brought her over. And she's got a crunched-up ear, probably from an ear infection that never got treated.
Johnny.
But we think she's just the cutest thing, and her full name is Johnny the Half-Eared Pirate. And Fennel, you like the view, don't you?
Miss Fennel, what are you doing?
There's the view out of the window from the guest room. And it's winter here still. It's
Nice
still
job.
going down in the freezing, so we haven't done much with the garden yet.
Really? You're just gonna ignore me?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, Maestro. Thank you so much.
All right.
Hi, Griddles. Hi, Gridley.
Oh,
Hi,
I love him.
Gridley.
So Gridley's one of my favorites. Gridley was rescued from the shelter in Orange County a few years ago, and he is just the sweetest boy. And my husband and I were driving down to Knott's Berry Farm, and I told him, well, we're going to have to cut it short at Knott's Berry Farm because we have a blind cat to go rescue. So, and we named him Gridley Gobble Chops because it was almost near Thanksgiving, and Gridley was a street that we actually passed to go rescue him. So they all have unique names, unique stories, unique personalities. All right, come on, let's show them the cat room.
We're gonna go to the cat room.
I feel like every room at the sanctuary is the cat room, but
But this is the cat room. So you see all the shelves and stuff. And then there's a little dog door that goes out to a fully enclosed 12 by 12 foot catio.
Kind of like this one on the other
Yeah,
side.
there you
I'll show
go.
you through the window. This is another one of our catios.
There's one of them. Every, what we call the tiny houses or just the big houses, everyone has fully enclosed catios so that they can go out and, you know, get fresh air and sunshine. We do bring them in at night. We do have predators up here and I'm not willing to take the chance. So they come in at night. Come on, let's go back out in the front room.
I don't know where Muppet is.
I don't know where Muppet is. I know where Fennel is. So,
There's Callum. Callum.
all right, so there's Callum. Callum has
Pumpkin eye.
twisted back legs. So how about some questions? And I want to thank Patsy for kicking this off for us. She's an amazing human being, and we are actually getting a senior cat she just rescued to join our seniors in the senior house, which was finished, and I'm super excited to show that to you later. We have some great things coming up. We're going to be doing an in-person open house finally in March, and then in April we're doing a spring high tea, and that's right around my birthday time.
Somebody wants to know more about Callum.
Right.
I'm gonna show
his
show
back legs.
him.
So Callum came to us as a kitten, and with his brother, and sadly his brother passed away. But he came to us as a kitten from another rescue because they didn't know what they wanted. They didn't know what to do with him. So as usual, a lot of rescues reach out to us to take the special needs cats, and we're always happy to help if we can. And he is not only absolutely handsome, not as big as Hocus,
Oops.
Sonia, but he is such a sweet boy. And oh, turn around, there's Dustin, our little paralyzed guy.
Dustin. Hi, buddy.
Who looks so much like Lily, it's not funny. And yeah, we've got the oranges up here, that's for sure.
Oh, I got a Valentino on my
They've
lap.
got Valentino on your lap. Well, you sat down, it's your fault. You know, you can't.
What is Callum's first name? Isn't it just Callum?
it's Callum Strongpaw.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Callum Strong.
This is Valentino. I can't get.
Yes.
Hi, Valentino. Valentino he's missing his front limb. Where did Valentino come from?
Valentino has a really good story. That donkey died because he runs all the time, but he had been shot, and it had shattered his front leg.
Sorry.
And yeah, we don't call him Valentino for nothing.
You wanna
And
show him?
so he had been shot, and
You want to show him?
here, look at this. Look, guys, look, this is what Valentino does. So we got him, we amputated the arm because it was really super painful for him. And hey, Valentino. And he also has heartworms. But heartworms are very different in cats than they are in dogs. And you cannot treat cats for heartworm because the medicine that they use would kill them. And so normally the cats, because they're magical, amazing creatures, their body will get a bunch of white blood cells and they go in there and they actually kill the worm. So it's just really important if your cat has heartworm to just feed them well, keep them in good health. I don't think I've ever read of heartworm killing a cat, but I'm sure there is. So, oh, and here is, hello, Bixby. Oh, hi, Callum. So this is Bixby. No, wait, I can't tell them apart because they look exactly, no, that's Binks. So that's Binks, and he has pretty high CH. It's severe, not like Bear, but it is severe. But he gets a bunch of baths a day because he falls in the litter box. But you see, the thing about CH cats is they fall over, but then they get right back up and they move on with their day. And to him, this is normal because it's the way he was born. And it doesn't, as Patsy told everyone, it doesn't progress. It is what it is. So yeah, and there's his brother laying with Aiden over here. Hi, Bixby. There's Bixby and Aiden on their couch. And yes, that really is a small cat couch. So yeah, but there's a lot of happiness, a lot of love up here. We can hardly wait to do the in-person. So, we will do a quick go live on Instagram before the open house. And here's Thaddeus, so handsome. He is just such a handsome,
Michelle, we have some questions about the accommodations for cats like Callum. How do we make the sanctuary accessible for them?
Well, we have ramps. They're not out right now, but we have ramps that they can climb up on. But it's really funny is the CH boys and Callum can actually get up in a cat tree by themselves. But we watch them carefully and not let them get somewhere they're going to hurt themselves. But Callum gets up on the couch, gets up on the bed, everywhere. Yeah. Oh, say hi. Here's Marissa.
Hey guys, my hair's probably a mess.
She's been running around like a crazy person this morning, trying to get everything done,
Somebody asked about Wilbur.
Oh, Wilbur, yes. Of course. We will go out. Did you get them out?
There's Tiki.
Okay. So we can go out and see Wilbur, and then we can also take you guys into the new senior house because I'm super excited. And it is called the Silver Whisker Chateau.
So Jack is not asleep on the table. That is.
And Michelle, we are also getting questions about Frankie and whether or not he's going to make an appearance today.
Where is Frankie?
Can you find him? Jack. Yeah. It's kind of bad lighting.
And we make accommodations for them also, with soft big beds everywhere. And they have their catio. And yes, Callum actually can go out on the catio. So we adjust to what their needs are. We don't expect them to adjust what we want them.
Yeah, Jack is huge, by the way, and he has a little bald spot on the back of his head. I'm trying to show it to you. See that little white? He's got a little.
Also the ears.
Yeah, in his ears.
And
this is his little bald spot. We don't know why. It's just always there.
No, I do know why.
Oh, why?
Well, he came to us from Egypt. He came to us from Egypt and he had been hit by a car and dragged. And that's why his ears look like that. And he's got the bald spot. He also suffered a severe degloving, which the whole jaw was ripped away from the muscle. And so
he's right here.
Oh.
Look at him hiding right there. He's looking for you.
There you go.
Everybody's been looking for you.
He says, I was sleeping and I heard my name.
Hi. What are you doing?
He is such a sweet cat. We just fall more in love with him every day. Yeah, he's such a good boy.
Daisy's in the senior house. We will see her later. That's her new kingdom, and she loves being the queen.
Yes, she does. And she makes sure that everybody knows that she is now the queen of the senior cottage.
Oh, hello, Deborah. Yes, that's your boy.
Yeah,
And there's
he's a good
Jack.
boy.
He's got to be in the camera at all times.
Yes,
He's a
Jack, well,
ham.
no, he has to be near you at all times, Connie.
Frankie.
That's the whole thing.
What's your day going,
Um,
little man?
All right, keep talking, Connie.
Okay. So this is Frank. What are you doing? He doesn't do much. He just likes to watch everything.
Yeah,
Hi,
he's
Jack.
very much
Hi, Jack.
he's very lucky. Did you show him Tiki?
I did briefly, but her eyes were, she's sleeping.
She's sleeping. There's Tiki Party Paws. She came to us from Mexico. She's mostly blind and she is full grown and weighs about 6 pounds. She's very tiny. She looks like a kitten.
Her colors are amazing.
Yeah, she's absolutely
There's
stunning.
Aiden.
Aiden, Sir Aiden the Large.
Are you starving, Aiden? Are you a starving boy?
Michelle, one of our guests is asking what age we consider senior to nominate someone to reside in our new senior chalet.
Well,
Oh.
goodness, it all depends. I've got a 14-year-old cat at home and she is in perfect health and runs around and acts like a kitten. Yeah, she's definitely a senior, but she doesn't act like a senior. So, the doctors say that 9 to 10, they're seniors, but I think that it depends on the cat. If they're 10 and they're acting like seniors, they go to the cottage because it's quieter and not as hectic, because we often have kittens running around here as well. So it just depends. We look at each cat individually and then kind of make a decision with the team and our team of veterinarians.
Here's Thaddeus. Hi, Thaddeus.
Like, hey, you met earlier, he's about 11, but he keeps up with the kids really, really well. And
Callum.
there you can see Callum. He got up there all by himself.
Oh, okay, Jack. My goodness. And there's a better view of Valentino, not brushing up against the camera and on my lap and upside down.
Of course.
And there's Jack again.
We're switching camera people. So that Connie here. See, here we are. Yay, we're here.
That's
All right.
church with works.
Yeah, look, we didn't even know we were wearing the same shirt, but
It's my favorite shirt.
it's my favorite shirt too. And by the way, these wonderful shirts will be for sale soon in our boutique and our online store. We had such a request for these shirts. This is one of the designs. This blind boy was a blind cat that I rescued and my friends fell in love and adopted him. And then here we go. She's got the Tommy one. There's the Tommy one. So it's wonderful. A great artist did these for us. So they will be in the shop as soon as I have 30 seconds to order them, And we have speaking of the shop, we have some great new stuff in the shop. We have these here, come show them. See these cute signs, 10 signs? We have all these and more in the shop and they're super fun. And I love them. And some of them are actual, like this one. This is actually from a pub in England. And that was probably 1860. So I really love the little cat signs. And we get asked, where did you get them? So I got them. So, and we have some new jewelry and the shop is ever changing. And we restocked on a bunch of favorite things. So that's the shop. One side?
Yeah,
Yeah.
are we heading to the annex today too, so we can visit the friends that live in there?
We absolutely, you know what? We can head to the annex right now.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and then we can show you the beautiful garden. And things are starting to bloom. And of course, the fountain is the centerpiece. And this is where we will be having the high tea. All of the flowers will be in bloom and all of these little bushes you see around, those are all lilac bushes. So it's gonna be beautiful. I love, this is one of my favorite places to come hang out here. And you can bring your lunch, we have picnic tables all over. And so it's beautiful.
Hey, Michelle,
Yes, ma'am.
we had a question earlier that I would love to hear your take on. I don't know if you heard when I answered, but there was a question about how do we determine that line with a special needs cat that, is their quality of life going to be enough? You know what I mean? That, where is, and I realize that it's hard to know where that line is, but I just basically talked about if they seem to be doing the normal cat things, despite, their, physical challenges, then, and they seem to be a happy, typical cat otherwise, then that's a good quality of life. I don't know. I would like to hear what you thought about that.
Yeah, let's go into annex. Yeah. Somebody is grilling. Our neighbor. I'll eat this. Annex. Yes, Hermione. And we have some friends visiting. This is Andrea. Hi. And her mom are visiting, and Andrea is our foster a lot, and also she's our volunteer coordinator. So she takes on a lot. Oh, here are the kids. Here's Allie and AJ. So yes, we're in annex. So Kathy, to your question. It's absolutely for us about quality, not quantity. And the cats, I know this is cliche, but animals will let you know, usually when they're done. And some of the signs are they don't want to eat, they're lethargic, they don't act like themselves. We take them to the vet, we have tests run, and we just do palliative care until they're ready to go. We never push them past the point. The big question I have everybody ask is, would you want to live like that? And if the answer is no, then it's probably time to let them go. I will not push a cat into being in pain or, we all want them to live with us. Oh goodness, Hermione. We all want them to live with us as long as we can, but the kindest and the most loving thing you can do is when they are at the end of their life is be with them and let them go. So, but yes, we monitor them all very carefully. And oh my goodness, you got to show Hermione. So this is Hermione. This is what she does when she gets stressed. Yes. And she's blind, she's deaf, and she's got neurological issues. And we have this crunchy green pillow because there. And she's very loud. She's very loud. And we just go in, pick her up, love her. And, oh, all right, princess, come on. Here, I'm going to give you to AJ, and you're going to go in your bed for a while. So we watch them very, very closely. And when she has that kind of a moment, we just put her quietly away, nice, comfy cage, and let her figure it out. And she does very, very well. Now, there's a cat where people would say you should put her to sleep. And I say absolutely not, because she has such a quality of life. She plays with toys. What's her favorite song, Connie?
Oh, it's that Eagle song.
Oh, it's the
California.
Hotel California. Seriously, when she really has a moment, we play that and she calms down.
Which is weird because she's deaf.
Well, but she can feel
The vibrations.
Feel the vibrations. Oh, hello, Megne. So yeah, so she has a quality of life. She eats, she plays, she's young, and we learn how to deal with her moments and what makes her comfortable and feel safe and secure.
Someone just asked if the cat next to is Cecil.
No, Cecil's at my house. We have brought Cecil to open houses, and Cecil absolutely freaks out. And because he's diabetic, And he's been having some insulin regulation issues the past couple weeks. I wouldn't bring him because that's the last thing he needs is, as a diabetic with FIV, is to have stress and pressure on him. So he's home. He's at my house.
And so is Kai.
And so is Kai, because Kai is a character.
He does not like
Anybody.
moved.
Yeah, he does not like to be picked up. He does not like, he lives life on his own terms. But that's me.
Michelle, we had guests asking about Miss Daisy earlier. Is she out there in the annex today?
No, she's in the senior house.
Oh, fantastic. So we'll get to see Daisy there a bit later. Can you show us who else might be in the annex today besides Maggie and Hermione?
All right, so here's a bed full of cats. It's Phoenix, Moon Pie, and that is Diamond Jim, who I'm not going to get near because he hates me. And here's Mr. Miller.
Oh, he's showing off.
Yeah,
Wow.
he was playing with this. You want this? You want this? So yeah, they get, they just have the best life. Oh, and there's Jelly Bean on the wheel. And she's got 3 legs. So she's so funny. Jelly Bean. And we still need a home for Jelly Bean.
Michelle, we have a question about, do we have diabetic cats currently at Milo's? And if so, how
Yes.
many?
We only have 1 currently, and that's Cecil.
And Cecil is not here in the annex either, correct?
Cecil lives at my house because he has to have a shot every 12 hours. And he's having glucose issues right now, so we have to monitor him. So that's why he stays with me. So-
We had a question if any of the cats at the sanctuary are adoptable, and I believe the answer is yes right now. We do have several adoptable cats, including Jelly Bean, who we just saw. And I believe there were a couple in the main house that are up for adoption too.
Yeah, we've got Molly in here. I don't know where she's from. Yeah, she's probably on the catio. We have Molly, who's the sweetest little gray girl who has twisted back legs, but she has no problem getting in and out of the litter box. And in the house, we have Amethyst,
Mhm.
who needs a home, and Turbo. And they're all up. If you go to our website at milosanctuary.org and go to adoptables, there you'll find a link to Pet Finder, and all of our adoptables are up.
We've had several guests ask about Pierre. I don't believe Pierre is there either, but can you tell us how Pierre's doing?
He's doing good. He had a setback with his really bad eyes. He's been to the ophthalmologist, and basically there's not much they can do. So we just have to really keep his face clean. But he had a setback during right around December, January. And so we've been working with him and his eyes, and he looks great. He looks really good now. And he had the zoomies yesterday. And to watch a Persian have the zoomies is hilarious.
Well, maybe we could get a video of Pierre up sometime on social next week for those that are interested in seeing how he's doing.
Absolutely, we can do that.
Is that Wraith behind you?
Yes. Yes. He's one of our kids. He was used as a backyard breeder. And when he got super, super sick, they threw him out into the desert. And he was, his eyes were so infected, they had to be removed. And recently he had to have all of his teeth removed because he has stomatitis. But he's gained back so much weight, and he's looking good. Aren't he handsome? I love that cat. Yes, show Capitha, her cute little legs.
Can you explain what is different about Capitha's legs?
Yes, so she has her front legs have, and I always forget the medical term, and shame on me. But basically, I believe it's called radial hypoplasia. And basically that just means that they didn't grow right. They're deformed, the bones are deformed. And that comes from Usually it's a birth defect. Well, it's always a birth defect, and it can be caused by different things. It can be caused, if you look at her, what hers is her bones, instead of being normal long bones, they're shortened. And she's also missing a bone. Stop that. She's missing the radius and the ulna, which are the two long bones that go from your elbow to your hand, or in her case.
She got up on that chair all by herself.
Yep, but she got up on this chair all by herself.
Someone asked if she needs more sponsors.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Yes, she does. And look, she says yes too. The only way that we can give them all the medical care and special food and all that stuff is through sponsorships. So yes, they all need sponsors, everybody, but she does especially. Don't you, little monkey? Yeah, she's a doll though. And she hates her feet touched, but she is actually a polydactyl. She has extra toes, don't you? Yeah. And her story, she started off as a rescue. Some woman in San Diego rescued her, and she had stopped using the litter box because, quite honestly, she didn't have the right kind of litter box for her. So in the winter, a few years ago, when it was really, really cold, even for California, she threw her into the backyard and kept her out there. And this cat is defenseless completely. And she can't run, she can't jump very well. And it was freezing cold. So I took her, and we have little pee pads down in pee pad holders for the ones that have trouble getting into the toilet. We also have special litter boxes for them, don't we? She's a good girl. So that's her story. She's here with us now. And if she misses a litter box, we clean it up and we move on. Yeah, is she?
Yeah, that's where she named it.
Okay, so there you go. And over here's Beatrice. Oh, and there's Jingles. Hey, buddy, you doing any better? Been having some issues with Jingles. He's not really wanting to eat. So we're monitoring him. Did he eat this morning?
Yes, he did.
Good. All right. See, my crew's on this.
So he's got Cryptococcus like Kai does.
Yes, and he has Cryptococcus like Kite does, and that's why he sounds like Darth Vader. Should have named him Anakin.
Yeah, right.
But he's such a sweet boy, and he gets daily meds, and he'll be going in soon for a checkup and a test to see how we're doing fighting the crypto.
Michelle, do we have a lot of cats at the sanctuary that require a special diet of any kind?
Oh God, almost all of them. Yes, we do. We have some cats on just raw food because they have an intestinal issues. We have other cats on kidney diet because they're seniors and their kidneys are going bad. We also have some that have can only eat prescription ID. So yeah, we have lots of, including their medications, and you'll see the cages. And for those of you that are new, one is if they are coming back from the vet and they need to stay in a kennel to heal from a broken leg or whatever, they go in here. We also put Lily and Dustin in here, our two paralyzed cats, overnight without a diaper. So I call it so they can air out. And it's urine stuff like that. And also very prone to urinary tract infections and stones, bladder stones and all that. So they are also on a special diet. And they get something called D-Nanos in their food twice a day. And what that does, and humans can take it too, if you have reoccurring UTIs, from adhering to the bladder wall. So we've had great success with that. And also feeding. We use all of them for feeding. It's funny because every cat knows when and where to go at dinner time or breakfast, and they stand out front of their little crate, it's not a crate, cage, and they stand there and wait for you to open it, so they're getting food.
Michelle?
So it's quite a show.
Michelle, we can hear you fine, but there's a
Yes.
lot of internet latency, so the video has been either choppy or broken up for the last few minutes. Is it possible to move maybe closer to one of the doors or something just to improve that signal a bit?
Sonia? Sonia? Oh, we're having a
Again, we
moment.
can hear you, but your
Can
video.
everybody hear me?
We can
I
hear you.
hope?
We just can't see video really clearly right now.
We try the senior.
Can you? Yeah, let's go over to the seniors. Let's go over and see the seniors, and everybody can say hi. Thank you. All right, you're gonna have to move, Diamond Jim. Yeah. All right. So here's the rest of the property. And we'll show you the kids later.
Michelle, oh, there we go. Now we're catching up.
Yeah, we don't always get great reception in annex. It depends on which way the wind's blowing. So here is their catio, their outside catio, and that is Caleb, who we just had to have a growth removed on his shoulder. That's why he's partially naked. And it came back benign. It was just a cyst. So it's gone now. And he's just a sweet old man. And then also in here, there's Daisy. Daisy. So see the little house she just came out from? That is actually a electric house. We had electricity put out here, and it's electric, and it's a warming house for them. So they can come out. Take it easy.
Michelle, we are still getting delays with your video. I'm going to suggest standing still for a few minutes to let us kind of catch up to you from a bandwidth perspective. We do see the senior house, but again, we're not seeing the cats and things as you describe them.
That's odd. Because we see it pretty clear on our end. Well, we could try going in.
Probably stay.
Can you see everybody?
Yes, this is better. Thank you.
Yes, so this is Belle, and she is blind, and she was for many years, and he was moving out of the country, and she was living outside. So he took her to the vet, or not the vet. He took her to a shelter to be euthanized, and I just couldn't let that happen. So we took her. She deserves to live out her life in peace and with love and good food and sunshine. Easy. So, hi. Here's Fluffy. Well, her full name is Flufferdoodles, but we call her Fluffy. She's completely blind, and she's got to be 14 or 15. Yeah. Annie is still in the house, our old lady. And there's Daisy. There's Daisy on Marissa's lap. We just took Daisy in for a complete and full exam and blood work, and found out she has the very early beginnings of hyperthyroidism. And so she is now on medication twice a day for that.
And Michelle,
So-
what age ranges do we have in the senior house right now? Who's the youngest and who's estimated to be oldest?
Daisy's probably the youngest, I would say.
And how old do we think Daisy is now?
She's at least 15.
Daisy.
14 or 15. Yes, and she came from a hoarder with 200 cats and 150 dogs in a 1,500 square foot house. And you can read her story on the website, but she and I have been through a lot together. She felt mad. She and Tommy, truly, we didn't make it up. They adored each other. They were never without each other. And when he died, she had a really, really hard time. And so she and I got through it together. Right, Days? Yes. She has great purr. But she's probably about 14 or 15. Fluffy, the gray one, is probably about the same age. Belle is older.
Yeah.
Belle is like 16, and
Yeah, you can tell. Look at her.
yeah, and Caleb is about 16, but 15, probably 15, but he lived outside his whole life. So he's looking a little more rugged. But that's this, but show them around the senior house.
All right.
So here's a darling painting we fell in love with. Ari and I were out shopping and we saw that and we said, oh my gosh, we have to put that in the senior's house. I do have some more art that will be coming in. They have their own little couch. Yes, they do. She's complaining because no one's petting her. Come here, princess. Oh, there you go. And then they have fountains. Apparently Bill likes the litter box, even though we have 50 beds and stuff in here. And it is a small house, but it works for them really, really well. They have a beautiful view out the windows. They have their cat tree in front of it, so they can see and they can watch the humans, and they can also see they can see the goats and stuff from here. So it's pretty cool. So this is a senior house.
Say bye, Daisy.
And we just opened it. We've been talking about it for a while.
About a week.
Yeah, it's been open. No, it has been a week because we brought Penny up last week. Yeah, so it's only been about a week.
Daisy's ruining it. The entire room is Daisy's.
What, Daisy?
You just share, huh?
So we got a great question, and I don't know that anybody's even asked us this question before. I know it's one I get even in my house, but if we had to guess a count, if we don't know, how many litter boxes do we have around the property?
That would be Marissa's.
Oh, yeah, we have about 20 in the main house. We have about 14 inside annex. We have 2 in here. I'm just cleaning one. 4 in the ferals. There's whatever. If you add that all up,
It's probably 40 to 45 boxes.
yes, hands down, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yep.
we use the Mod Cats, which we absolutely love. And I never tout a product on anything unless I personally used it. These are the best litter boxes in the entire world. They're just amazing, and they have different kinds. They have ones that go from the top and stuff. But see the liner. So when you clean, it, it's okay, Marissa. When you clean it, you just take out the liner, dump it, sterilize the liner, wipe out the box, and put it back in. So basically, the shell you can have, if you treat it well, you can have it for your life. So I highly recommend them. So
Yeah, it takes us close to an hour to probably scoop and clean up all of them.
oh God, yeah,
Yeah.
at least, yes.
At least an hour.
Hi.
There's my girl.
Oh, like I said, Daisy and I go back a long ways. So in the open house.
See you later, Daisy.
I'll bring you some lunch.
Next month at our open house, you'll be able to come into the senior house and sit with them and get love, lots of love. And this is the house's catio. This is a senior catio. And
Probably lose service.
yeah, service.
Yeah.
Good so far.
Okay.
Wilbur.
Yeah,
Oliver.
we did have people ask to see Wilbur.
I know. Come on, Wilbur.
He's a star. Mr.
Well, he
Wilbur.
forced himself to be a
I
star.
know on last virtual.
Here's my dog.
That's Ollie.
That's Ollie. Come on. Well, let's go.
We'll
walk.
try.
We'll try. If you start losing us, let us know.
You may not be able to hear, but you'll be able to see Wilbur.
We're losing
And
you already.
there's Molly. Here's Molly. And so she's so. She doesn't.
Oh, she is.
Well, nobody likes the dog.
Unfortunately, you guys are already breaking up, so I don't think
Okay.
I can make it all the way over to the corral today.
Where we could, I don't think it'll, if it's bad, then, oh, you know what we could do? We could walk over to ISO and introduce Sully. Sully is our new boy. He came to us on his last day from a high kill shelter. And he had a horribly broken jaw. And it also degloved, much like Jack's. So, oh yeah, this is what my dog does. Now, I will make note that we have a pool at home, a wading pool. He never gets in it. Don't they do? And people do cats over here. Oh. All right, so let's walk over real quick. So who do you put in the ISO room, Michelle? All right, so good question, Connie. So in the ISO room, we've had it built so that any new cat or kitten coming in goes in there for 14 days. And first they get a vet health check, and then they go in here for 14 days because that's a good amount to prove, you know, to show us if they have any medical issues or if they've got parasites. So because we don't need the whole house infested with, you know, ringworm or other things. So, but Sully's in here right now. So this is the isolation. Hi, Sully. Yeah, let's open a window for you. Here's Sully. Sully, it's okay. It's good. Hang on a sec. Here is Sully. And he is the biggest, and he's drooling a little bit of blood because I've got to take him to the vet and have a couple teeth out because his jaw did not sit well when they did the surgery. And the vets told us that we probably have to have that removed. So he's going to go in to get the tooth. What it's doing is it's poking up into the roof of his mouth. So he's a big, lovely boy. He's not quite as big as Hocus, but he's big. Yeah.
You can tell he just loves to rub and get some love.
Yes. Yep. And I just fell in love with his face. I seriously did.
I'm trying to get a little Snapchat, but
Hey boy. And we have strict isolation protocols. I know he's safe to touch because he's been in here. He's almost out of his quarantine period. But when you come in here and there are true cats in isolation, we wear gloves, we wear gowns. And this is a complete ISO unit with all of its stuff in here, so nothing gets taken out. So we follow very strict protocols because we want to keep every.
What's his prognosis for recovery now that he's had that injury to his jaw and his mouth? Is he going to be able to eat normally and things after he heals?
Chances are he will have to eat soft food for probably the rest of his life, but they always surprise me and prove me wrong. And so we'll see. We're just going to have to monitor him. Right now, he has a wire in his jaw to keep it in place. But it's a long recovery with a broken jaw. It'll take probably 6 to 8 weeks to heal. So, but he'll be joining the main house soon. And we just want him to finish out his ISO period. And also he came to us with a broken jaw. He'd just been neutered. So we wanted him to be able to just chill out. See the little tiny bit of blood? That's from the tooth. And he has an appointment, I believe, this week to go in to have that taken care of.
Yeah.
But he's eating well, and he's obviously not friendly at all.
Michelle, when we bring new cats out of their ISO period and introduce them, how do we introduce them to the rest of the group that they'll be spending time with?
What we do is we put them in a great big cat condo. And we let them just be in their bed. They've got bed, water, toys, litter box. And that way they can see and smell the other cats and not have to directly interact with them. There are some cats that literally one day in there and they want to come out and play with everybody, but there's other cats where it takes a while to get them used to it. And we do it slowly. We do it on their terms. We just judge how they're reacting when the other cats come up to them. But I have a feeling he's going to be the big daddy around here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he's got what I call a biscuit head because he was neutered late in life. And yeah, I'm madly in love. Madly in love with this cat.
I mean, it's hard not to be.
Yeah. I mean, look at him making biscuits.
He's making the air biscuits.
Yes.
Oh, honey.
Yeah, he's a good boy. So this is ISO. So let's show you ISO. So
It's okay. So
we have, come over here. We have this whole bank of cages. So we're ready if something big happens, you know, and if there's a fire and people need a place to bring their cats and there's no ISO cats in here, we are more than happy to have them use these in case of an emergency. It's got 2 doors, 2 shelves, and then that's one area. And then in this area, we have another shelf, and this can come off and they can go down to the lower ones.
Mhm.
So they're super nice cages. They were not super fun to build. I will tell you that right now. And then these are what you see in vet hospitals. That's what this kind of cage is. And they have also holes you can plug up. So basically we could put 4 cats in here if we needed to. And then over here is, see here, isolation protocol. And in here is everything that they need. So the only thing that gets moved from here to the house is the laundry, and it comes in a white garbage bag and gets put immediately into the laundry, and with hot water, soap, and a little bit of rescue. And so we're, like I said, we're very, very big on it. And we also have ISO cleaning protocols right here. So I don't mess around with it. My vet was up here not long ago and she said, you really do run this as a hospital. And I said, well, it kind of is a hospital. And for those of you who don't know, I'm a former veterinary technician. And so I basically run it the way I was taught. So so far we've been good, you know? So, and I know we're gonna end up with kittens because it's kitten season already. In fact, Ari rescued a beautiful cat outside of her house, and she should probably have babies today.
Yay.
Yay.
So good prayers, good wishes
prayers,
for her.
Yes, yes, and we will get photos of them. So,
Thanks.
all right. So that was our ISO room. I'd love to show you Wilbur, but he's got a visitor. Well, one of our other pet pigs has a visitor, so he wanted to horn in on the treats. So yeah, so there's now 4 pigs up here, not 3. I rescued the cutest baby girl pig, and she was so teeny tiny and super sweet. And so she is now big enough to be up here at the sanctuary, and my backyard thanks me for that. She literally aerated my entire backyard by herself. So, and then here's a good example of
What
they
pigs do to your yard?
Yeah, this is what pigs do to your yard.
So Michelle, as we head back into the house and towards the end of our time, is there anything upcoming our guests should know about? We mentioned the open houses, but I know we've talked about some educational videos coming and some other content. Anything else we want to share as we wrap things up here today?
Well, like I said, next month is our first in-person open house of 2022. And I am super excited about it. And then April, we're doing a spring high tea. So that'll be fun. And, you know, we've got an online auction coming up. We have our big raffle coming up. So we keep ourselves busy, that's for sure.
Mhm.
So, and I invited Marissa to come sit with me because not only do I like her, but to kind of talk, if you would, about the supplies and the donations and
Yeah,
how it helps.
So we've definitely been rescuing more cats than ever. Right now, we're constantly looking and bringing in new ones that really need a second chance. And right now, we've been going through so much food, litter. I mean, more than ever since I've been a part of Milo's. And your guys' support, honestly, is what helps this place run and helps us rescue more and give more cats their second chances.
Sorry.
So we are extremely grateful for every single one of you. It doesn't matter if you donate or sponsor monthly, or if it's just every once in a while, or even if it's like just one time. We really do appreciate it, because right now we've really just been running through supplies. These cats, every single one of them are extremely happy, and that's because of you guys. So anything helps at any time, because we definitely want to just saving more and more and more. And we can't do that without you guys. So we definitely want to say thank you, and that we all appreciate it more than ever.
And you guys were so generous during the holidays, and we have enough beds now to pretty much last the rest of the
100%.
100 years or
Yes.
so, would you say? So
Well,
thank you.
Careful, Michelle. Last time we had a big influx of beds, and that was maybe just 4 or 5 years ago. We thought we had a lifetime supply, but it turns out our cats are pretty hard on the cat beds, and we made another plea. So I'd say maybe a 4-year supply, certainly never lifetime.
That's very realistic, Sonia, and you're right. It's probably about a 4-year supply. Because we also give beds to our fosters for the cats that are fostering for us. And we also give them any supplies that they need. Andrea can attest to that, since she's fostered so many for us. Oh, good Lord. So we have a lot of fun things. You can check out our website for upcoming events. Our Chewy list is on there. If you'd like to make a donation in memorial of someone you've lost, whether it be human or animal, that's up there. And yeah, we're just humming along.
Yes.
You know, we're all looking forward to it not being 17. No, tonight it's going down to 29 degrees up here, guys.
No.
Yeah, so we look forward to it getting a little bit warmer. And what I'll do is, before I leave, I will go take a quick video of Wilbur. So we'll put it up. We'll throw it up on the social media later. Yeah, he's getting food. That's not why he's not at the door this time knocking. He's a character. I think that's about it. Sonia, any other? Oh yes, the educational videos. Yes, we are starting them very, very soon, and they will be up on social media, and they will also be up on our YouTube. And our director of education and community outreach is Patsy. And so she will be working with various schools, various community-based organizations, and we will be sharing the sanctuary with the people that, never been able to pet a pig or stroke a donkey. And I just think it's really important to start the animal welfare commitment as young as you can, because they're going to be the stewards of this earth. So we're big on, families. We're very community oriented. And I think that's it. You guys, thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully you can come join us next month in person. If not, Connie will be doing a quick Instagram live on Milo's page. And also, we love you guys, and you make all of this worthwhile, and it's so much fun to meet you in person or to meet you virtually. And if you have any questions, you always feel free to DM us. Yes, because Connie has nothing to do, so wow. Yeah, she only runs 4 social media pages. And I want to thank my amazing crew who keep this place running. And I want to thank you, Sonia, for being the most amazing hostess we could have ever wished for.
Well, thanks. It's always nice to see everyone every month as well. So appreciate everybody tuning in today. And Michelle, anything else before we say farewell and good night for now to our guests?
Yeah, I'm sure there's probably 5,000 other things, but I don't remember them.
Well, then we'll call it square here, everyone. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you live from next month's in-person open house.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.